So Maureen, what are some of the more significant crimes in this 5,000-page grievances document?
Well, it's treason, it's crimes against humanity, it's fraud, it's torture. Ryan Zink's case is included in this.
And Ryan Zink is the J6
Yes.
case, isn't he?
Yes,
His
he
dad
is.
is running for Congress in Arizona.
Indeed. There's fraud. It also includes trafficking and enslavement.
Keisha Richardson's case.
Keisha Richardson's case is rape and sexual assault and human trafficking.
And wasn't the Department of Homeland Security involved in her case somehow? What was there?
She was stopped. She's Native American, and it's her father that wrote this document. And when she was trying to cross from Canada into the States, she got taken by Homeland Security, and they removed her Native American papers from her. It's just an extraordinary story about Keisha and what happened to her because her father blew the whistle, and they've been under tremendous attack since. So her case is involved in this. My husband's case is involved in this. He worked for a company right here in Austin, Spy Cloud, who released his personal information, and the release of that information got our bank accounts levied, which was completely illegal. They enforced an order out of Colorado to take 55% of my husband's salary. Spy Cloud went along with it when the documents weren't even signed by a judge in Colorado. No one checks any of this anymore, and we even called and told them these aren't legal documents. They're not.
Right.
They're not lawful. It's definitely not lawful, but they're not even legal by their own terms. And the time is coming now that people are going to be responsible for their own actions. That's what common law is. You can't hide behind the corporate cloak anymore. Like,
Right.
oh, someone told me to do it. The doctor told me to give you that clot shot. And,
Right.
it's
Right.
like, no, you're the nurse, you gave the shot, you're responsible.
Right.
It doesn't matter who ordered you to do it.
You've had some advancement of success in your husband's case.
Yeah.
Well, it's really now the two of you with affidavits of truth.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, well, we filed affidavits of truth on all the clerks, all the
What is
judges
an
and
affidavit of
magistrates.
truth
And
specifically?
It's a document. It's been used for thousands of years. It's a document where you swear under oath, under penalty of perjury, that everything you say is the truth. And then you ask, and you list all the things that are true. You hit my car, or you know what I mean, something like that.
Right, and you
And-
submit it to the person who did the.
But then you have a proof of claim under it. Prove to me under, perjury, why, that your car isn't dented. Do you know what I mean? So you
Right.
list all that you have to prove, and an unrebutted affidavit of truth is truth in commerce. And an unrebutted affidavit of truth is a judgment in commerce, and that is a maxim of law. So maxims of law are like truth is an absolute defense. Those are overarching truths that are the underpinnings of all law.
Okay.
And so that's what it is. And an affidavit of truth is admissible in any court. People don't really know what they are, but because we haven't used them in so many years. But
so tie it back into your husband's case, because you submitted affidavits of truth to the two magistrates and the two clerks in the court
and the judges
that levied.
and Shannon Baumgar-Serena and David Lamb, her lawyer. We submitted all of that, and
Because they were responsible.
They
for
all went
creating the levy.
unrebutted.
Meaning they didn't respond. They ignored you.
Yeah, but we sent everything to the Colorado Judicial Disciplinary Board, and it was within days of that happening that all the judges and magistrates got ripped right off the case, and they pulled a judge in from retirement to sit on it.
Wow.
So there's movement. It's interesting to watch this whole process because it's not an overt win. Do you know what I mean? But you
Right.
kind of pull a string, and then you watch what happens on the other end, and you see them run, and you think, wow, we did something with that.
Right.
So it's interesting, and I think this is a learning curve for all of us. We're groping about in the dark a little bit, but
Yeah.
there's been people that have been using this. I'm using the process myself right now. In fact, we sent affidavits of truth last week to Spy Cloud for their
And what is
actions
the
against
time?
my husband.
How much time did you give them to rebut?
They have 21 days to rebut. And if they don't, then you have basically you're walking into court too with admissions of guilt.
Right.
So what's to discuss? We already have it in writing that they did it. Do
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So this is a people's move, and it's all about truth, and it's peaceful, and it doesn't cost you $500 an hour to do it. And our forefathers, when they created our country, they never intended for that. You can present yourself for truth. You don't have to be represented. That's what represent means, represented by a lawyer.
Right.
You don't need that. You don't need to come up with a $25,000 retainer to go get some justice.
Right.
A jury of your peers can do it, and a court can be popped up anywhere
Right.
at any time, and grievances settled with a jury of your peers.
Right. Well, this is how the people are on the move.
Yeah, and
Thank
this is
you.
how they used to do it. And the people are on the move, and we are joined together. And when we all lock arms like that, we're a strong force and strong enough to carry those that can't quite make it on their own. We can carry them.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the people demanding an investigation into the crimes against humanity addressed in our document.